Hello everybody and welcome to Moonmoth, and we're here in the area between Moonmoth and Papillon. It's really the sort of nursery western edge of Papillon. So I'm going to take you through an area that I haven't really been before, and let's have a little chat as we go. I was wondering, we don't speak very much about Bigfoot, physicality. So I have asked some questions about physicality. In specific, you often hear of people who have gone out for hunting or wherever they are in their forest, and they are sitting in a deer stand. And because they've been sitting there for some time, they're seeing all that is going on around them, and suddenly maybe a Bigfoot hoves into view. Sasquatch. He's on the hunt. He's in the clear cuts. So they're sitting perfectly still. He may be 200 or 300 yards away or further. And they decide to switch their sights on, or they might accidentally ping the metal against the chair, or make the slightest of sound, and it is heard. And without hesitation, absolutely without hesitation, that Sasquatch turns round and looks at them. Doesn't go what we would do. We would think we heard a sound from over there, say, and we would be going like this. Is it here? Is it there? Whereabouts was it? No, he goes directly to the point of sound. Bingo, directly there. And he'll say, home right in on them. And without hesitation. We can't do that. I mean, some of us have got pretty good ears. I think as children, we always imagined that our mothers had rabbit ears, because it didn't matter what you say, they heard. It didn't matter what you did, they would know you'd done it. So, sixth sense. What do you think of that, folks? It's an upside down version of what we saw the other week. See how these two verticals here, say verticals, they're at an angle, but they cross over, and there's a little cross at the bottom. How many times have we seen that in various positions? I digress, as I frequently do. So on to hearing. If you were to look at Sasquatch's head, their ears, in comparison to their size of their body, are tiny. They are absolutely tiny. They are out of proportion. They're disproportionate to the size of their body. Their body should be in proportion with their ears, in the same way as ours are, but they are disproportionate. They are very, very small, tucked in very close to their head. So it was just a thought with that. And I'd asked, does the Zanu people in general, Sasquatch, Bigfoot, whichever we wish to call them, the boogers, is their hearing less than average? What you'd expect, less, poorer than what we would expect it to be, given that they are acute at finding our whereabouts? And the answer I get for that is yes. Their hearing by itself is not particularly good. So, but if you were to combine it and create a whole new sense with the eyesight and their sonar capability, and their sonar, it's a bit like a bat. Sonar location, you know, how they echolocation, bouncing off walls or whatever is around to find their way at great speeds. Obviously, bats move at great speeds. So if you combine the three together and create one sense, an extra sense, that would be formidable. Absolutely formidable. There's no way you could escape from that. It's a fantastic asset to your capability. So you'd get very, very precise vectoring for locations of any disturbance that they were concerned about. That was just one thought. So if you do have Sasquatch on your property, invariably they're watching you. We don't see them, but they see us, but you may feel them. And I'm sure that if you ask them to let you know that they are there, they will do so. And how that may take its form is up to them, but you would know it. That's what I'd say, you would know it. And we go to North America. Just stick with North America for now. So that's America, the USA and Canada. And I would ask this question, are the Zanu people, are they the top of their food chain? And the answer is yes. They have no competitors. I asked about buffalo, bison, the cats, any of the mountain lions, and they would hunt as a group. They probably would not tackle a bison by themselves, but as a group I think they'd be formidable, because they would probably use infrasound or ultrasound, stun the animal, and it would be disoriented. So are there Zanu people in Africa? Have we heard of any reports, witnessed reports, historically or recently, of them being in Africa. I personally haven't, and I would ask you, have any of you? Because my theory is, look at that, individual toe marks here, too. That's how wide it is. Top end here. Can't see the bottom end. That's interesting. And is that its pair? That looks like its pair from here to here. That's really interesting. Looks like there's a corresponding ones there. Where these ones are facing in this direction, I think these ones here, very faint, but are facing in the direction of the camera. Have any Janu people been sighted, been seen, been heard of, been reported in Africa? I had never heard of it. And I'm just thinking, is this because they are not top of the food chain? Are the Zanu people going to take on something like a lion, even with their infrasound? And I think that a lion also uses infrasound. Elephants certainly do. So that was just a crazy thought that I had regarding Janu in Africa. I just feel that they would be predated. They would be predated by much larger beings, much larger animals, say beings, variety of things. There's also the snake issue, whereas I think smaller snakes are no problem. Right, I'm hearing that snakes and infrasound, they can deal with snakes with infrasound, and their skin is more akin to hide than skin. It's tougher, which enables them to run over extremely tough ground, and their feet, although they leave a footprint we recognise, their feet are more like a pad. So then I'm going to locations. And I think that the ground has natural radiation within it. I think we'll all agree on that one. And stone has natural radiation with it. They're not too far from where I live. There are, within 500 miles, north and south, actually I would say within probably 300 miles north and south, there are nuclear power stations. So do the Janu people, do they need the energy from natural radiation or manufactured radiation, whether it's uranium or plutonium? Do they need that to exist? Is that, I don't know, maybe it's like it provides some sort of energy to assist the magnetics or location where they are in the world, or maybe it's just pure energy. But I understand they do. I understand they need this. Finally, My last question is, globally, wherever they locate themselves within the world, globally, is that a deliberate act? Do they home in on these areas purely because of the properties of the earth? Stickery. And I feel that that's a yes. Does anybody have anything that they think is relevant to any of these things? Please put them in the comments below, because I really feel this is important. This is stickery on a grand scale, isn't it? It's definitely huge glyphs. So how are the family? I'm hearing we're all well. All very well. Oh, nice. Say we love to see you. Well, the feeling is mutual. I think in the next couple of weeks I will be, well actually next week probably, I will be away. So I will give you a video when I return of a little trip where I'm going. And just like I did last year in the Highlands, Scottish Highlands, I'm a lowland, in the lowland area of Scotland, so I'll do a little video in the Highlands again for you if you would like that. See what we see, and then we'll do one that's just pure scenery. I'm saying thank you to everybody, thank you to Athenian. It's an amazing master healer. Amazing. Well, I hope today has been helpful, and if you have any questions or if you have something that you really would like to ask about, please feel free to do so. I am very, very fortunate to have some fantastic subs, highly intelligent as ever, have some great questions, and it's your channel as well as this. I mean, yes, okay, I wander around the forest, but it is your channel as well. So if you've got any questions, feel free to contribute along the way, and I will specifically ask them. I will ask the people, whoever's available. What I want to know is, how come people who walk in the forests, hunters and the like, do they walk around with their eyes closed, or can they not quite literally see the wood for the trees? It is all around. Absolutely. All around. It could be that the deer, thinking that it got really bored and they have nothing better to do, going around bending trees over. But I doubt it somehow, I doubt it. Interesting. at the foot of a tree beside this jolly old thing. Do you have bones left in your area? Are they left on raised platform, whether it's a tree stump, a stone? I mean, I might be completely off the grid with that, but I think there's something to it. I really think that there is something to this. And I want to say at this point, there's been some strange weather in the world. Very strange. I mean, we had a very, very cold evening it was a few weeks back, for mid-July, and I had to head up to Edinburgh, and through the night actually. And the temperature dropped to 2 degrees centigrade. You know, the frost light is coming on the dashboard. For July, that is absolutely ridiculous. And America, I know you have had some phenomenal temperatures, and you are suffering from it. And the result, the fallout of all of this stuff, I'm thinking of Kentucky. And I would like to say to the people of Kentucky, hang on in there. You've had a really tough time, an extremely tough time. But hang on in there, folks. So here we've got stripped bark, pointless stick, it's just stuck in the ground, about 18 inches long, but stripped bark. It is strange, isn't it? Now, do you remember this from last year? I did a video that showed this. Can't remember which video it was, but I was told by Dacia Gaia that this was the sextant. See this? That massive great big tree, and everything around it has fallen down. So you can see this horizontal one there. Let me zoom right in on it. This one in the middle now, and it props this one up, and it holds, that's where its break is. That shape is repeated all over the place. Got to get away from these trees. I thought I heard footsteps coming toward me. Did I hear footsteps coming towards me? Right, brilliant. Well, thank you very much for watching. That's all I've got for you today. I hope you've enjoyed this walk, and have a fab week. What I should say is that I seem to come in here round about 12:30 today, and suddenly it's 3:30. To my reckoning, I've walked about an hour. I've had the video camera on all the time while I've been here, so I will check the time, but it's round about an hour. So where's the other 2 hours gone? Bit weird that. Okay, thank you, and bye for now. See you next week.